Weather warnings are in place for Northern Ireland as Hurricane Ophelia is sweeping across the Atlantic. Northern Ireland is covered with an amber warning, meaning there is a potential risk to life and property, issued when forecasters believe people need to be prepared to change their plans and protect you, your family and community from the impacts of the severe weather based on the forecast. The amber warning for wind has been issued for Monday between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. with gusts of up to 7,080 miles per hour expected in some areas. The Met Office forecaster said as the hurricane crosses northern parts of Ireland during Monday afternoon and evening, bringing some very strong winds to Northern Ireland. Gusts of 5,565 miles per hour are likely across Northern Ireland, with 7,080 miles per hour gusts in the far southeast. A smaller area of very gusty winds is then likely to run across Northern Ireland from the west, with 6,575 miles per hour gusts possible for a short period of time in any one location. Both of these areas of very strong winds may well occur during a busy traveling period. The Met Office has warned that flying debris is likely, such as tiles blown from roofs, as well as large waves around coastal areas, with beach material being thrown onto coastal roads, seafronts and properties. There is also potential for disruption to travel, with possible cancellations and delays on road, rail, air and ferry services. In addition, a yellow warning for wind is in place until 6 p.m. on Tuesday. The Met Office forecaster said very strong winds are forecast to affect northern parts of the UK during Tuesday. Southwesterly winds are most likely to gust between 50 and 60 miles per hour across much of the warning area, with the potential for gusts of 70 miles per hour across the central belt of Scotland and parts of northeast England. The strongest winds could potentially coincide with the morning rush hour. Heavy rain is also possible in association with this system, with western Scotland most prone at this stage. Again, road, rail, air and ferry services could be affected by the weather. The Met Office has warned of a slight chance that power cuts may occur, with potential to affect other services such as mobile phone coverage. In the Republic, the Irish Meteorological Service has issued its highest possible status red warning. Ophelia poses threat to life, forecasters warn. A spokesman for the service said Hurricane Ophelia is expected to transition to a post-tropical storm as it approaches our shores on Monday, bringing severe winds and stormy conditions. Mean wind speeds in excess of 80 km per hour and gusts in excess of 130 km per hour are expected, potentially causing structural damage and disruption, with dangerous marine conditions due to high seas and potential flooding. In Dublin, the National Emergency Coordination Group met on Sunday morning to discuss preparations for the arrival of the storm, described by Met Éireann as the most powerful hurricane to have ever been this far east in the Atlantic on record. School bus services have been cancelled to ensure child safety in the 5 western counties where status red alerts are in place. The Department of Education has urged schools in those areas to consider not opening. PA graphics. The next few days will see marked contrasts in our weather, often wet in the northwest, but drier and brighter further south and east. Pic.twitter.com /3pi. Met Office at Met Office, October 13, 2017. Meanwhile, the mercury is set to rise over the coming days, with temperatures of 25°C-77°F predicted. PA graphics. A Met Office spokeswoman said the east side of the country certainly benefiting from some warmer temperatures into the weekend and at the start of next week. She said temperatures in the southeast will be around 20°C-68°F, going up to 22°C-72°F or 23°C-73°F on Sunday, and almost mid-20s on Monday, possibly getting to around 25°C-77°F. Find out how Hurricane Ophelia is developing and the impacts we might see in the UK. Aidan McGivern looks at the latest. Pic.twitter.com C2TRWRTXFC. Met Office at Met Office, October 12, 2017. Even up as far as Nottingham on Monday will see quite widely again 20C21C, but may well see 22C23C, she said. Advice: be ready for strong winds before a forecast storm or strong winds. You should keep your property in a well-maintained condition, for example repair any loose roof tiles, guttering, and so on that could potentially come loose and cause injury or damage to property. Secure loose objects such as ladders, garden furniture, wheelie bins, trampolines, or anything else that could be blown around. Close and securely fasten doors and windows. Park vehicles in a garage if you have one, or keep them clear of buildings, trees, walls, and fences. Make sure you are prepared should there be a power cut during during a storm you should stay indoors as much as possible if you do go out. Try not to walk or shelter close to buildings and trees. Not go outside to repair damage while the storm is ongoing. Not drive unless your journey is really necessary. After a storm you should be careful not to touch any electrical telephone cables that have been blown down or are still hanging. Not walk too close to walls, buildings, and trees as they could have been weakened. Preparing for a power cut. It's important to be prepared for a potential loss of power. You should know where your household fuses and trip switches are so that you can check if the problem is with your electrics only. Test smoke alarms regularly. Keep a supply of new batteries and torches and radios for checking updates on news bulletins. Keep a supply of candles. Keep mobile phones, laptops or tablets fully charged, so you will have use of battery power for a short time. At least have the telephone numbers you might need to hand as well as mobile phones. A non-mains powered landline telephone will help you stay in touch during any disruptions to your power supply. If you have a baby at home, make sure you have a supply of pre-prepared formula baby milk if used, and prepare a flask of hot water to heat bottles and baby food. It is always safer to make up a fresh feed when this is not possible. Feeds should never be stored for longer than 24 hours if you depend on electrical equipment that is vital to your health. Contact Northern Ireland Electricity Networks to get on their critical care register. If your electricity goes off, you should check your fuses and trip switches, then check if your neighbors are without power. Leave one light on. Leave your fridge freezer switched on with the door shut to maintain a low temperature. Check that other electrical appliances and machinery are switched off at the wall. Preferably use a torch, oil or gas lamp as a source of light rather than candles. If you must use naked flames, please take extra care and make certain that they are put out before you go to bed. Check on elderly or vulnerable neighbors in your area to make sure they are okay. If you are using a generator, be careful where you site it in case of carbon monoxide poisoning. Reporting a power cut. If your power is off and you want to report it or get more information, contact NE Networks Customer Helpline or visit their website. NE Networks Customer Helpline 03457643643. Traffic and travel. High-sided vehicles are most affected by windy weather, but strong gusts can also blow a car, cyclist, motorcyclist or horse rider off course. This can happen on open stretches of road exposed to strong crosswinds, or when passing bridges or gaps in the hedges. In very windy weather, a vehicle may be affected by turbulence created by large vehicles. Motorcyclists are particularly affected, so keep well back from them when they are overtaking a high-sided vehicle. Motorists are also advised to drive with care due to possible wind-blown debris. Pedestrians and road users in coastal areas should also beware of dangerous conditions caused by strong winds, particularly around times of high tide. If there are any problems on the roads as a result of high winds, you can get the latest updates on the Traffic Watch NE website. If you're planning to travel by air or sea, you should check with the ferry company or airline in case there are any delays or cancellations.